today we have Anil Kapoor of the fashion industry. Welcome, Lakshmi Rana ma'am.
I don't know why I'm doing a Paapi podcast,
You will get
but
to
I
know.
hope I get to know.
From IIT.
We want to know.
I think it's destiny. I've always believed that it's the profession that chooses you and not the other way around. So you could be what you want to be. And the reason why I have made it this far is because I've taken this profession seriously, and that is why the profession has taken me seriously.
For sure.
Everybody could be tired, but you can't show it on your face because this is what you're getting booked for.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel 90% of the actors today really need help because, there
Correct.
is...
That's not their job.
It's a commercial way of modeling what they do. I mean, they walk like they are actors.
I think that's something our generation needs to learn from, because to separate art from artist is the most shittiest thing I've heard in my life, and I hate it.
I'm glad you guys think like that.
Yeah,
It's that somebody said that my first car, which is a sweet little Hyundai Santro, was gifted to me.
Okay.
Okay?
Gifted like.
Gifted to me.
Gifted.
Gifted to me. Craziest rumor you've ever heard of.
Oh, nice last bit.
Everywhere I go when it comes to podcasts, mostly they are very serious questions.
We're not serious
This,
people.
we have managed to, we've managed to convert serious questions into
Yes.
the unserious ones. But it's been an absolute honor.
Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Paapi. I am Shreya. This is Savi. We are your beautiful hosts. And today we have Anil Kapoor of the fashion industry, because this beautiful woman refuses to age even the slightest bit. Welcome, Lakshmi Rana ma'am.
So, if you don't already know, I say you have to be living under a rock to already not know who she is. But in case you don't, she is a supermodel, a trailblazer in the Indian fashion industry. She has worked with every designer you could possibly think of. One of the most iconic faces over the last 2 decades now that has been there in the Indian fashion industry. Not only that, she also runs Wilderbee Talent Camp, which mentors newer models. So, please welcome Lakshmi Rana ma'am.
Thank you so much. I'm really privileged to be here and being called the Anil Kapoor.
You
Of the
actually
fashion
refused to age.
Because you refuse to age.
Yeah.
And we tried finding your age online, but हमें नहीं मिल नहीं रही है.
Guess what? Nobody can.
Let's move on from this topic. And I believe that the podcast is called Paapi.
It is.
And I have no idea why. So I
All of
trying
you
to
get
find
know
out.
6 months later.
But happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much for coming here. Now, let's dig deeper into her life and hope that she gives us juicy content.
We're really hoping for it.
Okay.
So, to start light, you've achieved so much. Like in the last 2 decades, you've been here. Like you've been one of those faces who has come and stayed. Usually people come and go. You've been a constant. So, how does it feel to be that person in the industry? Because it's a very hard industry to sustain in.
That's true. First of all, whenever people say that, you've been sustaining and you've been around for so long, first it makes me feel really old. And honestly, I don't feel old. I feel like I am still 22. No, not only that, it's also about how you feel inside, right? I still have that energy of a 22-year-old. And I don't know how. I think it's just a jest for life probably, or maybe my daughter keeps me young. And, so it's been very organic for me. It's not been a pre-planned thing. I think I've actually grown up in the industry, loving the work that I do.
Yeah.
And apart from that, I feel I've really enjoyed life. I've kept a balance between my family and my work. So I think, honestly, more than the work, it's my family that's kept me young.
Like very rare. So,
It's
as you said, it was unplanned. Do you mean like modeling was not planned?
Absolutely not.
like, did you always want to be a model?
Not at all. I was a nerd in school. I'm from a school called Brightlands. Okay. First of all, anybody who hears the word that I'm from a school called Brightlands, they start laughing. They're like, what? What is this school called?
I never heard.
Brightlands.
Is it in India?
So Brightlands is in Dehradun.
Yes, I've heard of it.
It's a very good academically oriented school. I mean, 99% of our batch passed with 89% and above. So
Wow.
we only knew how to study,
Wow.
and there were not much of sports that time. So even though I did represent my state for basketball, it was through it was through a school called Wilderbee
I know about
Girls.
that as well.
So I was a part of the Uttarakhand team, which was getting where the training was happening at Vellum, so very close to the school, which is Brightlands. But yeah, I mean, it's if you ever speak to any Brightlander, you know,
Sorry, Rajni.
I'm sorry, I know it does sound very funny, but it was a fabulous school, you know, and we had the best time, you know, growing up in that school. And I was a nerd, a complete nerd. I mean, all I used to think about was studies and how I'm going to pass my IIT exam. And we used to go take tuitions right after school and, you know, try and see whether, you know, and a lot of our batchmates are actually ex-IITians and they've done really well in life. So yeah, I mean, there was no plans of modeling whatsoever. I think it's destiny. You know, I've always believed that it's the profession that chooses you and not the other way around. Because you could you could be what you want to be, and then that's why, you know, I feel that, you know, many doctors, CAs, engineers, they take up other professions. You know, because you were not supposed to be in that profession. We've been forced into thinking that okay, this is the right profession to go for. You know, doctor, engineer, yeah. What is the other third one that people
Lawyers.
Lawyer?
Yeah, that these are the professions that are most you know, you ask for them, and you know, your parents want you to become something like that, and then, you know, you all vibe for, you know. But today, in today's world, it's very different because there's so many more creative spaces to get into.
For sure, for sure.
And at that point of time, I was preparing for engineering, and it was my Masi, who's a naval officer's wife, who literally forced me into going for this competition called Dehradun Navy Queen. Okay.
Cute.
And I bribed me with something, so I said, okay, fine, I'll.
What did she bribe you with? I want to know.
I think she bribed me with some outfit or something. She
Okay.
bribed me with. She said, you know, beta, I'll give you this, just go for it, you know, for my sake. I said, okay, fine, I'll go for it. No experience in ramp walk, nothing. And however, what helped was that I was a debater in my school and I was the head girl, so I was confident.
So
In
public
front of-
speaking was your forte, maybe?
Not forte, but I was comfortable with it. And you know, being from an army background, I've never been shy of
Yes.
talking to people or talking on stage. You know, it came naturally. And so I said, okay, fine, I'll do that. And they'll ask questions, I'll answer. What's the big deal? You know, for the first time in my life, I went to a salon and got my makeup and hair done. And we bought a sari and, you know, whatever. I mean, and then we went on stage. I said, I just have to appear for it. No big deal. And there were other girls who were asked. There were a couple of girls who were very tall and very pretty as well. However, I became the Navy Queen that time. And
So it was not Miss India that we started from. Now we know it was the Navy Queen. We're gonna ask her for pictures and put them here.
yeah, I mean, my mom had that Navy Queen picture for the longest time in the drawing room.
That's so
And I think it's still there. It's very sweet.
Support.
You know, for the first time they saw me in a different light. They're like, oh my God, she can look like this as well. I mean, this tomboyish, crazy
Oh.
daughter of ours can look like this as well, because I would never dress up in a dress.
Fair.
It was always denims and t-shirts, and I was a complete tomboy when I was growing up.
Who would think? Wow. I mean,
Surprise, surprise.
And yeah, and you know, and we got a lot of gifts that time. I remember, you know, I actually got many more gifts than what I did for Miss India from Navy Queen competition. You know, I got a television.
wow.
Yeah, I got a music system. I got like a stay and dinner at Moria's in Delhi, and you know,
Miss India
like
learned.
some cash element, and there was so many things. I mean, my house, my drawing room was full of gifts.
Why would parents not support this then?
No,
Of
I
course.
feel that a winner, you know, apart from the cash award or whatever it is, I think these kind of things really,
Of
you know,
course,
hook you up.
they'll lure
I
you.
was so happy. I was like, oh my God, this is great, you know.
Yeah. And especially when you're that young.
Yeah. And by the way, I have to tell you something really funny. I got that gift, the television as a gift from, you know, as a winning gift from Navy. And I sold the same television to my husband, who was then a friend,
You sold it to him.
to him. And then that television came back to our house after we got married.
Is it still there?
It's like a
What
double.
happened?
It's like a double. It's like 200% profit. You understand what I mean? He's still
Wow.
he still jokes about it. No, of course not. The television was really old. Do you realize I got married in 2005?
Oh my God. Was it a love marriage?
Of course, it is a love marriage. I am not the person who would go in for an arranged marriage at all. I'm very, very independent, and I am a free thinker. I take my own decisions.
So you've been very fortunate. You've got the support of your parents, of your family, of your loving husband. So I think this.
No. It's not been so easy.
Of
It's
course,
not
I'm
been so
sure.
easy. My mum is the one who helped me kind of, she goaded me into going in for Miss India, because honestly, I started getting those offers, the local shows offers
Uh-huh.
for fashion show here, fashion show there. And at that
Yes,
point of time, they said, we'll give you 5,000 rupees.
5,000 was a huge amount for.
Back then, I think.
This was 1999.
So then I think
That
that's
5,000 is
decent.
like.
I'm sure the two of you were born much later. But yeah, let's not comment. Let's not get there. But yeah, 1999. And, I was getting all these offers, and I was also preparing for my IIT.
IIT.
So, so I basically then started deciding whether I should go in for it, not go in for it, because it's hampering my studies, obviously, So my mom said, nothing doing. You will, if you want to go in for it, you go in for the biggest competition, which is the
Miss
most,
India.
at that point of time, it was a very, very,
The
it was
2000
a
one.
huge thing to
Yes, of course.
get selected for Miss India.
And I think, sorry if I'm cutting you, I think you had Lara Datta.
Yeah,
That was the
yes,
same
Lara,
one.
Priyanka
Priyanka Chopra, yeah.
Lara Datta, Priyanka Chopra, Diya Mirza,
Yeah.
me, and Gayatri, who's from
Yeah.
Chennai. We were the top 5 that year.
Yeah.
And, so she asked me to go in for Miss India, and I said, okay, I can give it a shot. And I got my portfolio done. And do you know how much it cost me at that point of time? It cost me 25,000, which is
That's
a huge amount for 999.
Yeah.
I come from Dehradun,
yes.
from a small town. But my mom was very sweet. She said, this is
That is so
it.
sweet.
And
Yeah.
if you make it, great. If you don't make it, you come
Then
right
IIT.
back
Yeah. Go back to your studies.
to studies. I said, okay. And I got my portfolio done. And, it was done by Deepa Verma, who's right now the biggest and the most
Wow.
amazing makeup artist in India today. And that time she was also in the starting time of her career.
That's a sweet thing.
And the photographer was Suvo Das, a wonderful
wow,
gentleman.
okay, yeah.
Wonderful gentleman. I got a really nice portfolio. Honestly, after that portfolio, I never had to get anything done. It just took me through.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, that is how the journey started.
So it happened quite organically.
Yes.
It was by chance, like.
Yeah, and apart from preparing for IIT, I was also wanting to be a fighter pilot, which was never
Yeah, this we read about somewhere yesterday.
an option, but I just loved planes, and I'm a Sagittarian, I'm outgoing. I'm
Why was it
adventurous.
never an option?
Because Air Force never allowed fighters.
Oh, at
point
that
of
time.
for
Oh,
women.
just very recent.
Yeah, it's
yes.
yes. But I just, because I had posters of those of F-16s
Oh.
and Sukhois in my room. That's how
Wow.
crazy I was about it. So I decided in 2002 to go in for my PABT and Air Force. And I went
Did
for
you?
it.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
I did. And that was all by my own money, because I'd started working after Miss India. And I flew myself down.
Okay.
And I put myself up. And I went for this. And I got through the Air Force. I got my call letter in my hand. It was almost...
I'm counting basketball, IIT, modeling, and now Air Force. Okay, guys.
No. I didn't do anything. I didn't do everything. But it was an option at that point of time. And this is something that I want to share, that, for people who are watching this, that, you can follow your dreams. And it's very good to kind of follow your dreams. However, you also need to accept how life takes you,
For sure.
where it takes you, and you should organically kind of flow with it.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I feel that, when I did get through Air Force, it was only 14 or 15 girls that were selected all India. It was a huge competition.
Yeah, it used to be very rare.
It was very rare, and we were supposed to join the Secunderabad flight
Regiment.
pilot course. And the call letter came, we got through medicals, everything was done. My mom was super excited.
Okay.
you know, and I was already modeling with the best people by
Mhm.
then. This is 2002. So
Yeah,
2000,
all
since
3 yeah.
by then I had done 1 year of modeling. 2002 was my Air Force
Yeah.
selection. And that is when I had the choice of either sticking to modeling or joining Air Force, which is a government job, safe,
Completely changing your
and
life.
secure. You,
Yeah.
know, you have money coming into your account. It's a respectable
Yes,
job as
for
well.
sure.
You know, my mom would have proudly told everybody that, you know, she's an
Yeah.
Air Force officer, flying lieutenant,
Yes.
a flight lieutenant,
Yeah.
Lakshmi Rana. However, at that point of time, you know, there were no fighters allowed, and
Yes.
you were only given helicopters and cargo, which is perfectly okay. I was doing really well in modeling, and that is the time I had to decide between this or that.
Tricky
It was a very tricky situation, let me
Sure.
tell you. My mom didn't speak to me for 3 months. She literally disowned me when I
Because you
decided on
what-
sticking to modeling because I
Okay.
wanted to be in a job which gives me more freedom.
Yes, for sure. It was unconventional also back then.
It was unconventional, but remember that back then modeling was not really considered a very stable profession
Exactly.
anyway.
That's what.
You know, there was a taboo around it.
Yes, yes,
I
for
mean, I'm
sure.
sure you must have faced a lot of backlash from your parents. I mean,
Yes, I had lost my dad. My mom was the only one.
Oh.
But, you know, I took a decision based on my instincts and informed, you know, decision because I spoke to many wing commanders and Air Force officers, lady officers, and I decided that I would want to pursue a profession which allows me the space to reach the top.
Which you did.
which you did.
You know, and I feel that, you know, armed forces, it's changed today. But at
A
that
lot.
point of time, I feel that, you know, you still had to go through a
For
process, and it is
for sure.
not a very women-dominated profession.
Yeah, it's still getting there. I mean,
It's a
still
wonderful
getting there.
profession, and I think it's an amazing thing to be an Air Force pilot. And, you know, I'm
For
very
sure.
proud of those first three girls who
Yes.
became fighter pilots, and I was
Yeah.
actually a little jealous.
All of it. Yeah. So, so you said like it was not planned as we figured. So, you know, you would not have been prepared for the kind of challenges that modeling was going to throw at you because you had no idea you were going to get into it in the first place. So, what were some reality checks that you got? Is it as glamorous जो हमें ऐसे TV पे दिखता है, हम movies देखते हैं, you know?
ये बहुत over glorified है because for layman people हमें
वो जो fashion वाली movie है, वही है layman people के लिए.
fashion
So, you know, let me tell you today that the fashion movie was a huge, let me rephrase that. The fashion movie was a complete masala movie. Okay,
Okay.
it is not like that in the fashion industry at all. They basically took out the worst experiences
and
Made a
they
movie out.
glorified it and made it into what the fashion industry is all about. And that's what movies do. You know, they want
For sure.
all kinds of masala and gossip. And, you know, I remember there were people who were coming up, the team of the person who made the movie, who would come to the models and ask us not the truth about the fashion industry, but the worst
part.
incidences that you would like to share with us.
Oh, okay.
I refused to, because for me it was, I was having a great time, at least after 2 years. For the first 2 years, it was really tough because I come from an army background. I
Yeah.
have been taught certain manners. I have been taught how to speak to
Yeah.
people. I have been taught how to be, you know, correct when it
Mhm.
comes to wishing and being, and how to conduct myself. The fashion industry came as a huge shock to me initially. For the first 2 years, I used to think that, you know, either I am not made for it or the industry is not made for me. Many a times I wanted to quit it.
What makes you say that? Like,
can you quote
हाँ, मतलब
can you give us an example?
what was a shock like?
Simple things like if you're saying hello to somebody and the person doesn't say hello back.
Ah,
You know, simple things like, very rude.
Yeah.
Simple things like, you know, people, you know, look at you with a lot of judgment. Okay, you know, they would comment on my walk because, you know, or, you know, sometimes, you know, I would shake my shoulders too much. I was learning.
yeah, of course.
So I learned by looking at my seniors, you know, and there were some really wonderful people as well.
Of course.
But, you know, you feel really alone as soon as you come in because it is a very judgmental space because it's all based on looks and how you are, you know, expressing through your body language and your physical self. Initially, I remember that a lot of people would tell me that, you know, you need to lose weight. And at that point of time, I was a size 8. And I think size 8 is a very, very healthy size to be. Yeah, it's a great size for my height. And however, you know, a lot of times there were issues with my waistline or my thighs or whatever it is. I mean, it was being commented on.
Okay.
And apart from that, the biggest problem I feel was that it was an attitudinal issue. I feel a lot of people in the industry had a lot of attitude at that point of time, and you're not used to it because you come from a very polite society.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay, and I hadn't gone to college yet.
You were
Because I
young.
was very young.
very young.
So for the first 2 years, I used to really think I was a misfit and I should go right back to studies. The good thing that made me survive was I remember my husband telling me, once I called him and I said, I just can't deal with this. I don't know why I entered this industry. It's not the place to me. And he told me that, Lakshmi, you've entered the industry. At that point of time, he was a friend. He was a very dear friend.
Okay.
And that's why I feel that, friendships are everything. I've actually come this far because of a lot of friendships that I've had in my life.
That's so sweet.
And he told me that, you are in this profession to work. This is your workplace. This is not a place where you
Social.
look for adulation or you look for companionship or friends.
Yeah.
You make your friends elsewhere.
Yeah.
This is where you go and work and you do your work and get out and don't have any more expectations from it. That really
that's a really
stuck
sane
to me.
advice. Yeah.
That really stuck to
Are
me.
you trying to say you really can't make any friend?
Of course you can make friends, but like any city, like if you go into a city, you are alone for a specific time, right? Till the time the city starts accepting you.
You take time to find your tribe.
And it's the same thing with the industry that, it takes time. It takes time to navigate. It takes time to understand. It takes time to adjust, that, you're not supposed to say hello very often. I'm kidding. I didn't change myself. I was polite. But it takes time to be a little indifferent
towards
to people who are indifferent to you.
For sure. So
If you know
now
what I
that we're
mean.
talking about this, I mean, you went to Miss India, right? 2001.
2000.
Yeah.
2000.
So 2000.
I did a lot of firsts, by the way. Okay.
Yeah. When you went for your first pageant, was it like all competition or is it like sisterhood? Like, because on screen it's always.
Competition,
Honestly, if I remember correctly, and I have this thing of remembering the good parts more than the bad parts. Okay. I don't know whether it comes naturally or whether I have made myself into this. Okay. So I usually, when I look back, I remember the good parts more
I
than
think
the bad
most of us
parts,
do.
which is a good thing.
Yeah.
I feel,
it's a good quality to have.
it's a good thing to inculcate in yourself because in life
would
you
wanna
always go
remember.
through the bad parts
For
and the
sure.
good parts. I'm sure you guys want to hear the bad parts because you
We
look
do,
like
we
you're
do.
like,
All of
please
us.
say something.
Everybody wants to know what exactly goes behind.
Not just for the sake of gossip, but also because it's very hard to get a real picture as an outsider. Because you never know what's going on inside.
Well, honestly, I feel at that point of time, Miss India was a very, very prestigious and an amazing platform to be in. They would train you for a month, and we were trained by the best people. There was Sabrina who was doing our English and our our vocational training. She's amazing, And there was Mickey Mehta who was doing our who was making us exercise. We used to get an entire array of salads and juices right after a workout. I don't know whether it's the same now, huh? Things have changed. Like how the fashion industry has changed from my time to now, from when I started to now. The same way I feel many other platforms has changed. However, at that point of time, there used to be doctors and very interesting people who came in for the contest. Okay, so and they would come really prepared. I went in absolutely unprepared. I was a little overconfident about my answers and about the fact that I could, speak on stage. But Miss India is a whole different ballgame, because there were almost more than 10,000 people in that stadium that day when the contest was happening. My experience has been beautiful because of the fact that we were trained by the best people.
Okay.
All right. And secondly, when it comes to the crowd there, I was this quiet human being who would sit in a corner, okay, and would just watch because the girls were gorgeous. They came in from all parts of the country and they were so stunning that I actually used to think that I don't think I have a chance here, but I'll enjoy the process since I'm here. And I remember being told that, you have to cater for your own stay. And I told them that I'm sorry, I can't cater for my own stay. You'll have to give me stay, otherwise I'm not coming. And they were very kind enough to give a
That's
few
so
of
nice.
us stay.
That's kind of them.
Of course, and I feel that it was an experience which actually shaped me a lot, because you got groomed by the best. And the girls like Lara, Lara was absolutely so well groomed when she had entered, and she was so sweet and so polite and so beautiful and articulate with her, with the way she would talk. That we saw her and we said, she's going to be
She's
the
gonna
winner. She was brilliant.
And what about Priyanka Chopra?
Priyanka, like me and like many others, we were very raw, and we didn't know where it would go, this way, that way. We didn't know,
But that was for sure one of the best.
It was a great batch.
pageants
It was a great
it was
batch.
a great
Yeah,
batch for
and
sure.
I had like 3 pairs of denims and about 5 t-shirts. That's what I went with.
Okay, so you're supposed to take your own clothes and everything.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And there were girls wearing designer outfits,
Ah.
impeccable makeup. I didn't even know how to do any base or anything. I had no idea. So I went it like that. I was very raw.
So I'm sure you met wide array of people from different industries, and it must have been such a beautiful experience. And I'm sure you must have learned a lot of things.
Totally, because honestly, I feel that anybody who would get in for that contest, you would, if you're not prepared, you could feel very intimidated. But I was never taught to be intimidated by anybody. I have had a mind of my own, and I've been pretty comfortable with my
You're
own
known to
self.
be intimidating, I think, like even now, matlab, a little. I mean,
Yes, I've been told.
before I met her for the first time, I mean, is what I was told. But of course, she was very nice when I met her. But I think you have a reputation of being intimidating, and I think you need that in your profession. Like, is that right? Do you need that? Have you maintained that?
See, the thing is that it's not that I try to be intimidating. It's just that
Your aura.
Maybe
maybe.
just intimidated by
No,
her. Look how stunning she is.
I mean,
Not,
they
I
are.
don't think it's so much about the looks as it is about a personality.
Yeah, maybe.
And how you conduct yourself.
Yeah, I think so.
So I am a no nonsense person. I don't take bullshit, be it from anybody. You could be the biggest designer in the country.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't take any bullshit from you.
Like, that's what I've heard. Like, you would.
That's a very good reputation.
Yes, and I did this even when I was starting my career. I would not be bullied into things. I stood my ground.
Yeah.
Even when I was starting off, I mean, there were designers who asked me to do shoots for free.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
I just refused.
Yeah.
I have been threatened saying that, you are very new in the industry. If you want to continue, you might as well be a little more accommodating. And I realized, I said no. Because I always knew that I could fall back to my studies and do something else with my life. This was not everything, So I said, I'm going to give it a shot. If I enjoy it,
for sure,
I'll be in it. But it's my life. I will get into something else if this doesn't work out. I mean, what's the big deal?
for sure.
It'll take me a couple of years, but I will make it somewhere. I was the only model who got picked up from Miss India and put into the first fashion week that happened in the country, which is the Lakshmi India Fashion Week.
Amazing.
Before that, there were no fashion weeks.
So, okay, you also did the first fashion
I
week.
did the
I did not.
Lakshmi India Fashion Week.
That's amazing.
That happened for the first time in the country.
Wow.
Okay.
And you've been doing all of them ever since.
So this year is going to be the 25th year of fashion weeks for Lakshmi India Fashion Week.
And for you. Wow, that's amazing. That's really something.
Well, so yeah.
So you said that, a lot of designers or, whoever, big people in the industry try to bully newer people into doing unconventional things.
Not everybody. There were amazing people.
Few people.
Just a few people, because, I guess that was the culture back then wherein, people feel, and even today, you feel that, if you're a newcomer, you have to, bend down and adjust to, and, be okay with things. I'm sorry, that doesn't work like that. And that's what I teach my students.
Yeah.
That you have to maintain a certain dignity. Because nobody's doing you a favor.
Yeah.
You're there, you're providing a service, which is modeling, where you wear an outfit and, showcase it beautifully. They are taking that service from you. It's like any other industry.
Yeah.
It's like any other profession. So why should you feel like you're doing that? It's like a big thing that a designer is giving you a break. I'm sorry, that it's the wrong way to look at it.
They need you as much as you need them, I think.
Absolutely. And today also brands and designers are always looking for new faces.
Yes, for sure.
Then why should you sell yourself short or made to feel that you're getting this giant break from somebody. I'm sorry, I do not agree to that.
Is it like a demand supply thing that, designers feel free to, kind of say that to other people that, come work for us for free, or we're giving you a break, that they imply this?
Yes, and I don't understand it because I feel that, every like a laborer, let me just go down to the laborer. A laborer comes in for a day's work, he gets a minimum wage, right?
Yeah.
So why should a model do anything for free? She's taking out her time, her day
Yeah.
to work for you. Why should she do it for free?
Mm-hmm.
You are a designer, you don't have that much amount to give her a basic amount to pay her to, because I'm sure she's living in a city, she has bills to pay.
I think because of those few people who agree to do it for free for whatever reason they might have, like the other people get dragged into it.
More than the models, I feel it is the brands and the designers who should understand this. The responsibility actually lies with
For sure, for sure,
people who have actually made it.
for sure.
That
But everybody's not that nice in life, no.
no, but I'm sorry. I mean, it should be called out honestly, and
It definitely
things that
needs to be.
there has to be something that you give to the model. And I have fought against it when I was starting off. I just refused to do things for free.
Yeah.
And I have not worked with some certain designers for one whole year.
Mm-hmm.
But that never stopped my growth.
Yeah.
After a year, they themselves called me and said, please come and do a show for me. So that's the reputation. When you say that I'm intimidating and, I have this aura about me, it's just because I have some principles and I stuck to it.
Which is great.
And I'm okay with it. You like me, you don't like me, I really don't care. As long as, I feel powerful, and I feel not powerful in my own self. And also I feel like I have been treated just in a just manner. So I will not let you diminish that for me.
Fair enough. So
I think apart from being a supermodel, you're a mentor, and we would definitely like to dig that side of you.
yeah.
You run Wilderbee, right? And Sabi has also been a part of it.
Yeah.
So
Which is why when I met ma'am, it was an amazing experience. So was it always like something that was on your mind, because you mentioned you don't really have a business background as such,
At all.
and this was also not a planned journey for you at all. So where did that motivation to start a business come from?
entrepreneurial spirit.
So
that
before the entrepreneurship came into the picture, I've been working almost every second day, because luckily and by God's grace, modeling has been amazing for me. And I've worked constantly. I've grown in this industry really beautifully, and I have 80% fabulous experiences, and there are the 20% which have been a little bad. But the point is that I've always been noticing. I'm an observer, and whenever I navigated it through my own terms and conditions, because I am a hardcore. I'm a little more stubborn when it comes to things.
Yeah.
And I create my own rules.
Yeah.
I don't follow them. I create my own rules and I live by it. However, there were so many people who would come to this industry who were vulnerable, who didn't know how to navigate. And I couldn't help them, because as much as I would like to, of course, through conversations, but, people were really lost, because, you get into the industry when you're really young.
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, it's just about
You're
17,
naive, yeah.
18, and you don't know, you're not even sure about yourself.
Yeah.
You're very young, very
So when you get into the industry and you see this extremely professional yet unprofessional at times environment, and which is it's a very judgmental place, so
for
it
sure.
can really take you down, and it can really create doubts about yourself, and it can it's a very tough place to be sometimes. So I always wished that there was a platform where people would get into and they would understand what they are getting into. Whether it is and then the decision lies with them, whether they want to join or not join.
At least they're informed.
But at least they are well informed about what they are getting into. Where are their chances? What is the whole industry about? How are you supposed to work on yourself to enter it? And how can you grow in this industry?
Yeah.
Now, these things, it used to really come to me again and again, as in when I would see people, struggling. However, I was working so much. I started in 2000. I
Yeah.
started Wilderbee in 2020.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was
20
20 years later, because honestly, I never had the time
Time.
to even sit down and start penning down what I'm
Mhm.
supposed to do and how I'm supposed to give back.
Mhm.
And and I've always felt that you can always earn money and earn fame and do whatever you can to make yourself grow. But I think it's really important to give back to an industry
For sure.
which you've learned so much from,
Mhm.
and that was the start point of it.
That's a beautiful thought.
That's I mean, yeah, that was a start point of it,
Mhm.
where I said that there has to be an education system.
Yeah.
Modeling is not about a ramp walk and posing only. I'm sorry, it is
Yeah.
not about that. It's a lot to do with personalities. It's a lot to do with what you bring to the table,
Mhm.
with your aura, with your
For sure.
character, the character that comes on your face,
Mhm.
with the confidence that you have in yourself.
So you mentioned before you have a daughter. If somebody didn't know, I don't think anyone would guess. I've met her. She's very sweet. And I'm very active also. So if she comes up to you and tells you that, Mom, I want to become a model, would you encourage her completely, or would there be a little hesitation, like right after school, maybe, if to put things straight away?
Well, honestly, I feel that I will give her the choice to choose whatever she wants to get into, and I will guide her through it.
Of course.
But the point is that the way the industry has moved from what it used to be, from how I saw it, to
Mhm.
what it has become, I will definitely ask her to get into a more holistic form of modeling, which is not only ramp
Mhm.
shoots, but also becoming, again, as I said, becoming a brand,
Brand.
which talks about, where she can be more productive and be more creative
Mhm.
with her time.
Can we
Fair.
ask you one thing? Like you just said, जो ये होता था अब वो नहीं है. So what is the stark difference?
Okay, let me just give you it's a very big topic to take up, and I can talk about it for hours, because there are so many things which I would have liked to see changed in the industry. So let me give you an example as to how I feel that when I started modeling, which was in 2000,
Yeah.
with Miss India, and I did my first fashion week, I got paid 7,000 rupees per show.
Okay.
And I did about 18 shows, which
Wow.
was enough to do a small down payment for my little car that I wanted to buy.
That's
you know.
sweet.
Today, there are models who are getting paid 5 to 7,000 rupees a day, which means that even if you do
lesser.
3 to 4 shows in a day,
Yeah.
after 25 years,
Mm.
so you can imagine
Yeah.
that with inflation, what a model charges when she's beginning her career is actually very, very unfair.
Very. And in fact, I think I personally know very new people who've just entered who worked this time in the fashion week who actually did not get paid at all. So I think that's also another thing that still
Depends
hasn't
on
been
which
solved.
fashion week you're talking
Yeah.
about, but the point is, let's not name fashion week. But the
Not
point is,
naming anything,
but I'm just
any
saying that-
fashion week. I mean, still not fair.
Yeah, it's not fair, and there's a lot of exploitation going on when it comes to monetary
Yeah.
remunerations for
Yeah.
models, and there is no system which keeps this in check as of
Yeah.
now. Apart from agencies
law,
doing
yeah.
their due or not doing their due, depending upon which agency you join. I feel that
So there's no legislative system.
No.
there is no system to this madness. People are, yes, so it's a very disorganized industry. If you are not in the
Top
help
key,
of in the top
yeah.
bracket,
Okay.
which is that you are doing the best fashion week, or you're doing you're modeling for the best brands, or you're doing something which is or you're with the best agency. What about the rest of the people?
Yeah. So you work both internationally and in India. Is it just an Indian problem that we have this, or is it like all around the?
Well, let me tell you, when it comes to Dubai, Paris, Milan, New York, all these fashion weeks or all these industries are pretty organized.
Okay. So
Pretty organized.
this is something we're lacking.
Yeah, and I'm sure there must be something going on as well there. But the point of the matter is that even here in India Fashion Week, there is a system. But I do wish that the system could have improved and have become so much more healthier for everybody that is involved.
Mhm.
You know, so if the brands are making more money, the designers are making more
For
money,
sure.
the fashion weeks are getting bigger, the brands are getting bigger.
Mhm.
Why aren't the models, why aren't they taking the
Yeah,
models, the backstage, the
same.
light men, everybody along with them? Why are they leaving them behind?
Money, I'm assuming. But
So that's the problem.
mhm.
Yeah.
As you mentioned, you have a beautiful daughter. There's a question that I want to ask you. So, when you must have taken a little bit of a sabbatical when you were pregnant, did that affect your career in any way? Did it stop you? I mean, you must have put on weight, and judging by how everything is, did it affect your career in any way?
Well, I've had the, you know, the good fortune of working with amazing people,
Mm.
you know. So where I have painted a picture wherein the industry really needs a lot of growth,
Mhm.
there have been amazing people who I've worked with, you know,
Mhm.
like choreographers, event companies, coordinators.
Mhm.
You know, coordinators are the ones who are like a mums, you know, they really take care of you. And they are the ones who book
Mhm.
you for jobs, and they are the ones who are in backstage, and
Mhm.
and there are quite a few of them like Poojan and Nazneen and Delnaz, and
Mhm.
you know, there are many more who have always protected us and have always, you know, kind of helped us grow.
Mhm.
I got pregnant, I was almost 18 kgs overweight, which of course is a very healthy
Yeah.
thing to do, I think. But, you know, once, and it was a cesarean baby.
Okay.
So,
Tougher.
for me, I wanted to get back to modeling as soon as possible because I just wanted to feel like myself again.
Yeah, for sure.
It does take a toll on your body and your mind, you know, because you've been working independently for so long, and then suddenly you have to just, you know, kind of stop, and you have to concentrate on this little life that's growing. And I really wanted a kid, so, you know, I enjoyed my pregnancy. But the point was that after I gave birth, I wanted to get back to my original self as soon as possible. Yeah, so that I could enjoy my child more.
Yeah.
You know, now there are different takes to this. Some people like to take time. Some people say that, okay, you know, I'll take 2 years, I'll take
Whatever
1 year, and
whoever.
whatever suits whoever. And it's a very individual decision.
For sure.
Individual.
For me, I wanted to get back to shape as soon as possible.
Of course.
So I took about 4 months,
Mm-hmm.
and I was eating only boiled chicken, boiled vegetables, along with at night. The rest of the day, I was eating my carbs. And I was working out morning and evening.
Mm-hmm.
And I got back to shape in 4 months, and I was back to Fashion Week. That was my first job after giving birth to a baby. And you know, there were people who were like, "You had a kid?
How are you back so early?
Yeah, exactly." There were a lot of, you know, good, like, you know,
Good and bad judgment.
good and bad
Like it
judgment.
always is.
But you know, whatever works for you
Yes, for
is what
sure.
matters. I really don't care what people think.
For
For
sure.
me, I have produced a baby who right now is kind of defeating me in hand wrestling. She's a very active kid. She's
Yeah.
into gymnastics. She's intelligent. She's superb. And you know, I feel that it worked out for me. I lost those 18 kgs in that time, and I was very determined about it. So yeah, that was that was how it
That's
worked.
a lot of weight to lose though in 4 months. So did it take like, I mean, when we talk about modeling, more than physical, I think it's also very mentally draining and challenging job to have.
Yeah.
And you know, people have body dysmorphia, people get very insecure about themselves, they're told they're not the right size. So how did you deal with all that, or how do you recommend newer people who are coming in? Because you, as you said, we come in very young and we're very impressionable, and anybody can make you feel like shit about yourself at that point. So how do you deal with that, or how do you recommend your students to deal with that?
I feel that the first thing that I teach at Wilderbee is confidence building. You know, that's the first thing that we talk about, and you know about this.
Yeah.
That how much emphasis I put on it, and
For
I do
sure.
that throughout the camp.
Yeah.
And then what we teach after that is how body language should match the confidence that you are trying to showcase. You can't put on confidence, you have to feel it. And how you are portraying that confidence to the rest of the world.
Yeah.
So you could think that you're confident, you could feel confident. But if your hands are twitching and your eyes are blinking, and you know you're doing things with your mouth, and you know you're slumped with your shoulders, it brings about the wrong impression to the
For
rest of the
sure.
world. So body language, your expressions need to go hand in hand
Yeah,
with
you can't be fidgety.
with what you feel inside, right?
So
you
how do you
can't
fix
come
that on
across.
bad days? Because you have shoots. I'm sure you must have done shoots when you're not feeling your best. We all have our days. So what is the trick to then hold yourself
There is
together?
no trick. The reason why I have made it this far is because I have taken this profession seriously, and that is why the profession has taken me seriously.
For sure.
So I might be in the dumps, I might be really feeling sick or sad or whatever. I do not carry that to my work, or I will not
separate
take up
space.
the job. So when I went back to Fashion Week after having a kid, I made sure that I was in the right shape to get back to work, because I do not want to be in a place where I didn't fit into clothes. Yes, it's a lot of pressure,
Yeah,
but that is what the profession demands out of you.
for sure.
So I will not go into a job not feeling completely okay. And even if I am not feeling completely okay, I will not let it affect my work. And that's that's the reputation that I carry with me. And I feel that this, for everybody who's starting off in this industry, you need to first understand that they are booking you for a job after looking at you, after seeing your measurements, after an audition, after you fit it into clothes.
Yeah.
So
A lot of filters.
they know who they are hiring.
Yes.
So when you get into the job, nobody should make you feel any lesser. That's what I teach my students, that once you're in the job, and it's a profession wherein you are the center of attraction, meaning that you are the face of the brand. The photographer could be tired, could have had a bad day. The makeup artist could have had a bad day. The art director,
Anybody.
the makeup art, everybody could be tired, but you
can't show on your face.
You can't show it on your face because this is what you're getting booked for.
Yeah.
So, it's part of the job. So, you might have had a fight with your boyfriend the previous evening. You cannot bring it to your...
It should not reflect.
It should not reflect your work, because it's your face that is going to get printed and going to be everywhere.
Yeah, for sure.
So, it is unfair for the brand who's put up this whole production and booked you as a model to deal with your problems.
For sure.
And so this is what you are entering into. So being confident and comfortable with yourself. And also there will be this good criticism, bad criticism. I teach my students that as well, that there will be people who will say, we don't like you.
Yeah.
And
but that shouldn't shake you.
It cannot shake you because they haven't told you the reason why.
They never do they?
No, I mean, there's good criticism where people come up and tell you that, listen, your expressions are lacking. So, maybe you should try some more expressions. That's good criticism.
Yeah.
So, you work on that and you try and deliver.
That's good feedback.
That's good feedback, So, and if there's somebody saying that, hey, I don't like the way you model. I mean,
what do you not like about it?
That's just ridiculous.
That's true. Right? But a lot of people just leave it at that, right? They reject you and not tell you a reason, and then you're left wondering, like, what did I do?
Then you do your best and you go through the day. That's all that you do. So, this belief, this character building, confidence building measures, these are all so important in today's time. No matter what industry you're going in for. And that is something that we teach at Wilderbee. It's more of a personality development course than it is a modeling course, honestly.
Okay, now hopping on to the next question. To look the way you do, we definitely want to indulge into your skincare routine, your workout, your diet, everything. Because, of course, it takes a village.
And and all the myths, like models don't eat, and
So there are so many questions.
Yeah, they can't drink.
One by one.
One by one, okay, skincare.
Skincare, let's start with skincare.
So, I feel that, looking healthy is a lot to do with diet.
For sure.
And how you feel, so mentally as well.
100%.
Exactly. So for me, it's been, as I said when we started the interview, that my family's been my grounding force and the place where I get my energies from.
Yeah.
Because as soon as you get out into the world, you are actually giving out a lot of energy.
For sure.
Family is one of strength.
So, to have not only family, friends as well, so I feel that, it's really important to work on your personal space. You don't some people don't have families, some people are pretty alone. But what you do with that personal space is how you're going to be
Just a positive
mentally.
space. Yeah.
It will affect you mentally,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I think working on that aspect will give you a more healthier
Mm-hmm.
outlook, a healthier skin, healthier hair. You will feel healthy. You will look healthy. And this myth that models don't eat, I will prove that to you wrong right now.
Okay.
Models have to eat well, because if you don't eat well, it starts showing on your skin.
Mm-hmm.
It starts showing on your eyes. It starts showing, you'll start
Yeah.
getting dark circles. Your skin will get duller.
Mm-hmm.
You'll have, dry, horrendous hair. It will start showing on your energy levels, because
Mhm.
a model's job is actually more than 10 to 12 hours of work. And
Yeah,
sometimes even
That's
14.
stamina. Yeah.
Okay. And the first shot of the day, and I've taught you this, right? The
Yeah.
first shot of the day is as important as the last shot of the
For
day.
sure.
So after 14 hours, if you're doing the last shot of the day
Mm-hmm.
and you are feeling extremely drained out, you still have to give a good picture.
Yeah.
So you need physical, mental, emotional strength
Yeah.
to do that.
It's a lifestyle. It's not
a
just a job.
lifestyle. So you have to eat healthy, you have to exercise, you have to have a very healthy image of yourself from
Yeah,
within.
for sure.
You
I
know?
think in the society we have a very wrong image of models that we're
Yes.
खाती नहीं है.
खाती नहीं है, party करती रहती हैं, दारू, it's all of those things, because we used to hear them and we were kids. Like, my parents have now become very chill, but even them for a very long while, they were like, जब मैं बहुत पतली हो जाती थी कि मॉडल बनना है तेरे को, they have this thing, right? So I think that's a big myth that needs to be sort of,
Like बहुत degrading तरीके से ऐसा
हाँ.
जाता था.
But I think it's reduced now, maybe a little bit, but
Well, I party.
we know that. We will talk about that.
We
That's
will talk
all.
I love my red wine in the evenings. I
Mhm.
love it. And if I go out, I do take up a drink or two.
Mhm.
But I feel anything done in balance and in moderation
For sure.
is fine. I'm not going to lie and say that I don't do anything. I'm sorry, I do everything
You have a life outside of work.
except which is not good for me. So I do everything which is
Anything done in moderation.
in moderation is absolutely okay. And I feel
Healthy, I
life
think.
would be really dull if you don't party.
For sure. I don't think we can live without it.
Yeah. And I can give a 22, 19-year-old a run for their money when it comes to dancing as well. But
I know.
I'm not talking about Bollywood dancing. I'm talking about like just
Yeah.
dancing for hours
Yeah.
together, just on water, nothing else. And and this is again another thing that people think that, oh, acha, they are partying. That means, they must be on
Something.
drugs
like,
and
yeah.
alcohol.
That's the
or
impression of
whatever.
like, they have this impression of people in the fashion
That's because
industry.
of movies like fashion.
Correct.
Completely wrong impression of the industry.
अच्छी मूवी बनानी चाहिए ना. बहुत
Ma'am, I think you have your next project after Wilderbee.
There's a reason why I didn't enter Bollywood, you know that, right? Yeah.
I mean, we will talk about that in the rapid fire.
Yes, we have a.
But now that we're talking about partying and doing other things, so we would want to know
Lakshmi
when you're not modeling.
Oh,
Your
okay.
work.
When
Yeah.
I'm not modeling.
Yes.
When I'm not modeling, I'm a very, very regular human being who's just like you guys. Get up. I have curly hair, so when I wake up, my hair like literally stands. And a lot of
Me
times,
too.
my
Me too.
husband's told me, please tie your hair because you look like you're scaring me right now. So that's how I wake up.
Mhm.
And I have a healthy routine, of course, because that's something that I've disciplined myself with.
For sure.
And I love to spend time with my family, with my little daughter now.
Mhm.
And, whoever I meet, I have a really nice circle outside modeling. I have a very nice friend circle, some very close friends
Mhm.
that I have made. I have friends who date back 20, 25 years.
That's so nice.
And I have friends who come in from my school and my college. And from my industry as well, I have some very close friends, but they're very few.
Mhm.
So I keep my circle small, but that small circle they are really my pillar of strength.
Mhm.
And and I love to read, I love to travel, I love to do adventure sports. So I've
Oh,
done skydiving twice, I've
Oh,
done
wow.
deep sea diving. I could jump off anything if I've been given the security,
Yeah.
the backpack for it. And I love trekking. I
Mhm.
am a biker. I ride bikes. And what else? Yeah, and I enjoy everything apart from cooking. And I love to listen to some amazing music. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is what I'm all about outside
That's
modeling.
sweet. Okay, I think
I think now it's time to indulge into this beautiful bowl.
That's our rapid fire round.
I'm a little scared of this.
No,
bowl.
you don't need to be scared.
Maybe a little. I don't know.
Okay.
And you can't be diplomatic here.
Yeah.
You have to answer
Whatever.
3 seconds. And yeah, it's gonna be amazing. Don't be scared. Don't be scared.
I can't be diplomatic. I like that.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Like,
And I should not be scared about that. Okay.
No,
Yeah.
of course.
Right.
So here goes the first change.
Okay.
And you have to answer within 3 seconds.
and read out loud, please.
Read out loud.
Who is the real boss? Photographer, model, or designer? Definitely the model. She's the one who's delivering.
Okay.
I mean, she's the one who can make a rag look spectacular.
That's
So how is the designer and the photographer going to come into the picture here?
we wouldn't know.
I'm biased. I am biased there.
So you have to ask. Here goes.
She got the easy chit one. I'm nice. Okay.
You start.
Progression.
Something you saw on a set that traumatized you. That traumatized me.
You have to-
Like, kept you thinking for a very long
I'm
while.
sorry, I'm just thinking. I mean, traumatized me. Traumatized me. Traumatized me. Okay, I don't know. Let me think. On a set.
Yes.
On a set, on a show, wherever, I mean.
Something that I did not see, but I heard,
Okay.
which is the stage or I think the one of the light poles that fell on a model and she died very recently.
What?
That is something, yeah. You don't know about that?
No.
So that happened in, I think, in Noida somewhere when there
Oh,
was
what?
badly constructed production that fell apart and it fell on a model and she didn't survive. So that is definitely traumatic.
Traumatizing.
Yeah,
That was
after
not the
that,
kind of
whenever
trauma I was hoping to
whenever
hear.
I get into a set, I look up if there is, if everything is sturdy and
Wow.
I mean,
That's not cool. I mean,
Yeah. Another fear instilled.
best oblique worst model. So
You have to
pick
tell
the
both.
be-
You have to tell both.
You have to.
It's best and worst. What is it? Model.
model.
Okay.
I think the best model that I
Don't name yourself.
No, I'll try.
After you.
The best model that I think I worked with was Madhu Sapre because she was the first person I shared a table with during the first India Fashion Week,
Oh,
and
okay.
she was so sweet.
Okay. And
And the
Okay,
worst
worst.
models I feel till today, unfortunately, are Bollywood stars.
we want a name, but okay.
We want a name. It's okay.
We'll get to it.
We'll get a name.
Just get the hint. They do what they do, we do what we do.
For sure.
Biggest lie you have said to get out of a shoot.
Mm-hmm.
Biggest lie that I've said
Now they'll know.
to get out of a shoot. Oh my god. Yeah, most of the times I say that I'm working for something else.
That's you're being very nice.
I mean, I don't think I've ever. What is the biggest lie can I say to get out of a
Oh,
shoot?
we know.
You have to tell us.
No, so I honestly I just say that I'm working, I'm busy
Somewhere else.
somewhere else, and most of the times I also say that that I'm my husband's posted elsewhere, that I'm going to visit.
The husband card.
The husband card always works, or my daughter card also works very good.
Yeah, that,
Yeah, she's enough excuses.
I have enough excuses.
yeah.
Best worst actor.
Yes.
This is what we wanted. Yeah.
What we want.
The best actor that I saw who walked the ramp really well
Mm-hmm.
was, I think,
She's taking time.
There is no best.
इतना टाइम लग रहा है तो
और मैम के वर्स्ट के पक्का दिमाग में 3 नाम आ चुके हैं.
30 तो आ चुके
guys,
होंगे.
I can't name the worst actor, honestly.
You can give us a
But I
very
can tell you the best actor or actress who's walked the ramp who was probably Sonam Kapoor is lovely.
fair enough.
She's
a diva.
She's a diva. She's beautiful and she's also a very lovely person.
For sure.
I
Because
thought
she's not a good actor.
Ananya Pandey. I'm not helping you.
Ananya Pandey is very young and I feel that she can, she's lovely.
She has potential, which she means.
Can you please stop saying these names? I know, you're trying to get me to say things. Smart girls.
Okay, you're not in the worst, but somebody who could use a little training from you, maybe.
Because like you
Or from anybody.
could groom her or him into being
You
a
see potential.
model.
You know, honestly, I feel 90% of the actors today really need help because, you know, there
Fair.
is
That's not their job.
it's a commercial way of modeling what they do. I mean, you know, they walk like, you know, like they are actors.
Mm.
Whereas they should walk like they are model because of the fact that they are representing a designer. You know, so, and I feel that India is anyways so Bollywood centric.
I think that's what.
You know, and that is why India could never produce a supermodel as like the likes of you know the supermodels who are abroad, unfortunately. And this is a big, you know, it's the biggest setback that a fashion industry can ever have, that they could not produce supermodels of that stature, which could give a run for the money to these Bollywood stars, you know, because they are the ones who are in demand, so they are everywhere. Unfortunately for our country, it is a very Bollywood centric country.
It is.
मतलब हर जगह जो भी showstopper होना चाहिए वो I feel should be
A model.
That's because it is the outfits that should be the
Exactly.
the stars.
But even the designers seem to not.
No, but there are many designers who don't do that. You know, and they also ask the Bollywood stars to walk like a model when they come in as a showstopper. You know, and that is something which talks hugely about the maturity of a designer.
Okay.
You know, so I feel that works. But yeah, I mean, I've answered that question mostly.
Least favorite actor, like somebody who could, you know, learn a little from you, or anybody who's at your stature.
I don't know.
She knows.
I actually don't watch too many Hindi movies. I watch one movie in a year. I don't watch most of the OTT.
I know you have to meet them and work with them, so we'll give her a leeway.
I promise you, I do not watch too much of television.
On to the next question.
Absolute favorite designer and not so favorite. My absolute favorite designer in today's time are a few. I love Manish Malhotra. I love Sabyasachi. I love Gaurav Gupta. Tarun Tehliani. I am very fond of course, Rohit Bal was my absolute favorite. I mean,
the recent show was amazing. I just saw it.
And Anamika Khanna. From the newer lot, I would say I'm very, very fond of designers like, you know, Dhruv Kapoor, Antaragni. Antaragni, the brand is amazing. It's a menswear designer, but even if a woman wears it, I think it'll look brilliant. I'm very fond of Gauri Nanika as designers as well. So for me, it's an amalgamation of
a lot
of their creations along with the people they are.
Of course.
For me, both of them matter. You know, I don't think...
As it should.
Yes, as it should. And so for me, designers, there are many designers. I'm sure I'm forgetting so many, but let me tell you, I have worked for so many brands and I might look a certain way, but I am growing a little old, so I forget quite a few things. So
it's fine. But you didn't say not so favorite any.
Yeah.
Not so favorite designers are the ones who scrounge on food and money and are not great with the models and they speak rudely and you know. So for me, all of these things really irritate me and I give it back to them equally and they hate me for it. Okay. So there are many not so favorite designers as well.
Okay, but to interrupt the round for a second, as you mentioned, you know, the person and the work has to match and it's a lot of recent very social and you like separate the art from the artist. Do you believe in that, separate the art from the artist, or is it something people should not be doing?
Honestly, I feel it is one world. You know, if you look at the bigger picture, we all forget the bigger picture. In a world which is fast turning into something really horrific when it comes to global warming and with the kind of mental state that people are in today, you must understand that being somebody who's kind, who's ethical, who's, you know, goes hand in hand with you being talented. If you are talented and you don't have the discipline and you're not a good human being per se and you treat your team like shit,
then your work
I'm
be respected.
Sorry, your work cannot be respected. I really do not care whether you make the more masterpiece of the universe. It doesn't affect me. For me, it has to go hand in hand.
Fair enough.
Okay. Best fashion trend. You know, best fashion trend I thought was the high-waisted denims because it...
Yes, we all do. And, you know, low waist is making a comeback and I'm not here.
I'm not. Even I don't like it, you know. So, best fashion trend was the high-waisted denims because it really got us, you know, very comfortable.
Right?
Yeah. No stress, you know, you look great.
And I hate Kendall Jenner for getting the lowest bag. Please don't. Please. And the
The
worst?
worst fashion trend, I think, is the no eye. Can I say about makeup?
Yeah, of course. Any fashion
The
trend.
no eyebrow.
Yeah,
I
why
don't
was that?
understand why no eyebrows. What is it about eyebrows? I mean,
समझ नहीं है बिल्कुल भी.
I don't get it as well because you end up looking like an alien.
I know, right?
And you
But
look
people do
sick.
it.
You look sick, literally. Honestly, and all the makeup artists know about this, that if you give me eyebrows and no makeup, I'll still walk the ramp. But if you don't give me eyebrows,
I think they really define your face. Like,
they, I have a thing for eyebrows. I
Yeah.
love eyebrows. I feel, because I'm a Pahadi, don't have enough
Yeah.
of it. So, I love my eyebrows. So I don't understand this trend. And I have gone on stage without eyebrows, by the
you
way.
have?
And I've hated
Which
those.
show? Because I want to pull up pictures.
हाँ अब हम जानना चाहते हैं बिल्कुल.
Do you realize it's 25 years of modeling? How am I going to remember?
Ma'am, you'll have to send us the
Oh.
pictures to like put here, okay?
The last
Last.
one.
Craziest rumor you've ever heard about?
Oh, nice last twist.
Craziest rumor I ever heard about myself.
That made you go like, oh, ye meant kya
So craziest rumor of myself probably was, that somebody said that my first car, which is a sweet little Hyundai Santro, was gifted to me.
Okay.
Okay?
Gifted like.
Gifted to me.
Mm,
Gifted
gifted.
to me.
Okay.
Whereas that car came with so much effort.
Yeah, you
and
just told us the
hard-earned
down
money.
payment, yeah.
Not only that, after that money had come in, my mom had to put in some more,
Oh.
and then we had to take a loan. And then we had to get it from some place and I had to drive it down to Dehradun.
Oh.
Okay, so it was a very special car for me. And it came with a lot of effort. And then, people talk that, no, they don't know. And I feel
I think it's out of jealousy maybe or
whatever.
misinformation.
So it's come up somewhere, and I feel that is why I don't believe in gossips and I don't believe in rumors, because be it for anybody, because you don't know where it is coming from.
For
What's the
sure,
truth to it? So unless and until somebody comes up to my face and says it, I'm not gonna believe anybody. Sorry.
Fair enough, fair enough. We don't believe in gossip, we just need engagement. We will just like
I
tell you
hope I've
already
given
know.
you enough. I'm
I
sorry
think
if
we
I
have.
haven't,
No,
but
yes.
this is who I am.
Yes.
We love this little conversation.
Yes.
And we are utterly grateful that you came here and gave us insights about the fashion industry. It was beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
so
And
much.
before we end it, we would
Yeah.
want you to teach us, and I mean, I know a little, but her
I mean,
and the viewers how to make a perfect model face, like
How to make a perfect pose.
like which is not a sad poker. Like it's very hard to get that.
Well, it depends upon which camera you're looking into, and you just have to flick your hair. and
Which camera is hers? Like do it in your camera.
I might look really funny if it is not done right. Let me tell you now, okay? So it's a lot to do with the person, with the camera coming towards you, the right
Okay.
lighting, and then the perfect expression that comes in when you're looking at the camera.
Make your perfect face.
Like make it towards you.
Sure.
of course.
Yes. Don't laugh though.
Oh my God. Okay. So
I'll give you a count.
I'll try not to smile because I think that's
that's my model face.
that's confident. I think
We need to learn it too.
Yeah.
Where does it come from?
the eyes.
Yes.
I remembered. I have learned.
तो याद है से.
Yeah.
I'd be very disappointed if you didn't.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
मैम पिटाई करती है इसमें.
Right. I used to be a little shy on camera. I think she must have also noticed after doing the course. I can look into the camera no matter who's there around me and I can make a really straight face.
So
not care.
she came in for a portfolio after her
Yeah, because I didn't like
training
it.
course, and she was just brilliant. She did a
Yeah, the
great
second time, yeah. I really like those
Amazing.
pictures.
Yeah, with that green dress.
Yeah, the green
you know,
dress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
Like all of us were like, wow.
I didn't even know I had it in me to like make such a confident face. But yeah.
It's all learnable.
Yes, for sure. Anybody who wants to learn.
I might be going to Wilderbee as well.
All right, I think.
But thank you so much for having me.
Thank
This
you
has
for
been so
coming,
much fun.
ma'am.
Everywhere I go when it comes to podcasts, mostly they are very serious questions.
We're not
But
serious
this,
people.
we have managed to, we've managed to convert serious questions into
Yes.
the unserious ones. But it's been an absolute honor. Thank you very much.
Thank
I
you
wish
so
you
much.
both all the very best.
Thank
I
you.
hope this does really well. What is it?
Paapi.
Paapi. The Paapi podcast. Please watch it, and it's a very
Thank you
interesting
so
name as
much.
well. I don't know why I'm doing a Paapi podcast,
You will get
but
to
I
know.
hope I get to know.
Yes.
We will tell you before we release your episode, but we will tell our viewers a little after.
Super, super excited.
Thank you so
girls. Thank
much.
you.